Hey there, I'm going to learn this new Olivia Rodrigo song, Vampire, on camera. I'm going to do this in real time so you can see how I would learn a song like this by ear. I've heard the song before, so I know there's a lot of piano, but I haven't tried playing it on piano at all. So I don't even know what key it's in, but we're going to start, and I'm going to make a little chord chart for you. Okay. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm listening to hear what key it sounds like it's in. That sounds like that's the one chord. Bum. So that sounded like 4 when I played a B flat. So that means we're in the key of F major. And just on first listen, it sounded like our chords were F, A, B flat, and B flat minor. Now, how am I hearing these chords? I'm listening for numbers. So I'm listening for the bass notes and also just for the sound of the chord. And I've gotten really familiar with how to associate those with the numbers of where these chords fall in the scale. So that first chord sounded like a 1 chord. And we can hear 1 in the bass, and then we can hear 3 in the bass, I'm pretty sure, on that next chord. And then we heard 4, 4, and that went to a minor chord, and then back to 1. And all of these chords are really commonly used in pop music. The A chord and the B flat minor chord actually use a note that doesn't belong in the F major scale, but they're really common anyway. All right, so let's keep listening.
The satisfaction asking how you're doing now. How's the castle built of people you pretend to care about? Just what you wanted.
So this so far
cool guy, you got it.
is all just repeating that.
I see the parties and diamonds. Sometimes when I close my eyes, 6 months of torture you sold to some forbidden paradise. I loved you truly. You gotta laugh at the stupidity. 'Cause I've made some real big mistakes.
Okay, that sounds like 2. I think this is pre-chorus. So 2, 5, 1. Ooh. Oh, okay, so that I might have been wrong about that first chord. I've made some real good mistakes. Okay, no, I think that is the 2 chord. So, real good mistakes, you made the worst. 5, 1, and then this indeed, I think was 3 going to 6. So you can see I've been doing this a long time, but I'm still not always entirely confident. Yeah. Okay, so this is 4 minor, 1, and then 4 minor. Nice. And then here to 1.
Every girl I ever talked to told me you were bad news.
Okay, so that goes to the verse. So if I'm right, all of this, well, we'll catch it the next time the chorus comes around, and I'll get to double check. B flat minor, F, A, B flat minor, and then here it goes back to F. All right. So this should all be verse. When I do the playthrough at the end of making the chord chart, I'll try and remember too that there's this kind of rocking back and forth pattern in the piano. It's fun.
'Cause girls your age know better. I've made some real big mistakes.
Good. So here's 2, 5, 1. Here's 3. 4. Singing to 6 in the melody there.
Sucker, bleed me dry
And then
like
here's a pause.
goddamn vampire.
Good. I don't remember. I think there's a bridge. Is there a bridge?
You said it was true
Okay.
love, but wouldn't that be hard? You can't love anyone, 'cause that would mean you had a heart. I tried to help you out, now I know that I can't, 'cause how you think's the kind of thing I'll never understand.
All right, that part went by pretty quick here. So I'm gonna get the bars all ready, and then it's gonna go to the chorus. So I'm cheating a little bit. I'm gonna backtrack to the top of the bridge. Here we go. 4, 4 minor, 1, 5, 4, 4 minor, 1, 5, 4, 4 minor, 1, 5. Okay, it's just that. And here it's back to chorus. It goes up here. I'm not totally sure how I'm gonna edit this, but hopefully this will all be visible. This chord chart I'm making for y'all to look at. Okay. For parts. Here's the 3 chord. So you can kind of see here, because there's only a few different sections to the song, I didn't have to keep writing chords the whole time. I just had a verse chord progression up top here. Then all of this is the chorus. And then this was the bridge. And if I remember right, the form is intro, verse, chorus, second verse, second chorus, bridge, chorus. So what I'm going to try and do now, like I said, I've heard this recording before, so it's not like I'm going in totally blind, but I truly had never tried playing this on piano at all before this little experiment here, doing it on camera. And I'm now going to try to play the whole song through along with the recording, and just show you the power of relative pitch. This is, I'm such a fan of hearing numbers, thinking in numbers. I'm always working on this skill with my students. It's kind of the lifeblood of being a professional musician in most styles of music. And so, yeah, I hope this will be a good demonstration of how well it works and how well it works to have a quick chord chart for a song like this. So here we go. Here's from the top. I'm going to try playing along. Just the bass notes here. So here's that rocking pattern. So I'm just using inversions of all these chords. And here, for example, I'm breaking it up into kind of a thumb, 8th note division in my right hand, and then the main chord in the rest of my hand. sounds like that, little extra melody notes in the right hand, they're just coming from F major, and I'm kind of following my ear. Trying to follow her melody there. Okay, so I think this is where the here's where the bridge comes. All right. All I'm doing to make those arpeggio patterns is just breaking up the chords. And occasionally using other notes from the scale. Here's her melody. What a fun song. Great. So, I made some mistakes. Hey, just like the lyric in the song. I made a couple mistakes. There are a few really nice details in the piano part, especially towards the beginning of the song, where there's little single note transitional melodies that I was missing, but if I went back and spent another listen figuring those things out, I could have those. And this is great. I have a chord chart for the song now, and I can play the song, or I can show it to a student who wants to learn how to play it. That said, I really encourage my students always to learn to do this for themselves. With a song like this, there's always going to be plenty of tutorials online where you can learn them. You can usually look up a chord chart. But if you push yourself to learn songs like this by ear for yourself, it's so freeing. It means that you're never relying on someone else's transcription of the song, and you can know that it's correct. And it also just means that, when you learn a piece of music, it's connected right into anything you might have to do or want to do with writing your own songs or learning to improvise. Learning songs by ear like this is just a really amazing skill to focus on learning when you're a musician interested in most styles of music. So I hope this was useful to you to see. Like I think I mentioned at the start of the video, I just have relative pitch, and this is all stuff that you can learn to do. I've been doing this a long time, but all the skills involved in what I did in this video are very much trainable. You don't have to have perfect pitch to do this. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you like this concept for a video, because I could turn it into a series if people are into it.